Going to the thrift store is an adventure. It's an opportunity for you to know more about yourself. If there's like a flaw on the item, you could actually get the employee working there to reduce the price for you and make sure there are no holes. Then hello mes amours, welcome back to my channel. My name is Cindy and I make videos about everything that has to do with books, fashion and self-improvement. So if that's something you'd like to see or hear more of, please consider finishing this video and checking out my other ones. Thank you. So today I'm giving you, as the title suggests, some tips on how to thrift like a pro, okay, or charity shop like a pro, depending on which country you're in. I'll say my first tip, like the biggest one, is to have a lot of places you go to, okay? Like, do not expect that if you go to the same charity shop or the same thrift store, you're gonna be finding like different things. One of the reasons why this is big is something I've noticed. Depending on the location you go to, you're gonna find particular items. I have this location I know where when I go there, I know I'm gonna find like designer items. There's another location when I go there, I know I'm gonna find a lot of fast fashion. There's another location where I know I'm gonna majoritarily be finding vintage items. Depending on what kind of people live where, you're gonna find certain types of items. It doesn't always really apply because, like, for example, here in the UK, some charity shops will send items that they didn't sell in older charity shops. For example, Myton Hospice, if they have particular items and they haven't sold for a while, they will send it to another Myton Hospice. The second tip is to look at everything in the charity shop. That is a tip if you have time. You know, if you actually have time to consecrate, like in the charity shop, like to go there and know I can be there for 1 hour and 2 hours. The reason why I say to look at every section is because sometimes people like incorrectly place things. Sometimes you could find like dresses in like pyjama section. And also I've noticed, if you're on the hunt for like vintage / Y2K items, do not say because you're a size 8 or a size 10 you only gonna be looking at size 8 or size 10 items. That's like the worst thing you can do, because most of the time a size 14 would be what you should be looking at. 12, 14 is what would like actually fit a 10 these days. It's good to like look at different sections. You might find things you would have never thought you could. The third tip is to take everything that catches your eye, like literally everything. Do not tell yourself, oh, I'm not sure, I will think about it, I'm gonna come back and if it's there I'll take it. Most of the time, by the time you come back, someone else would have picked it up. So take everything. Then afterwards, once you're done checking everything you want to check, then you can like take your time and look at each item and decide which one you want and which one you don't want. And that leads us to the fourth tip. And the fourth tip is as follows. Every time you have an item, look at everything on the item. My plan was to like have multiple items like from each categories to show how it works. But sadly, let's do with this one. I'm gonna check this navy button jumper. Basically, if I'm in the charity shop and I see that, I look at everything in front first and then I turn it around and then I look at the back. Then I look at the armpit area and make sure there are no holes. Then I look inside. Looking inside is so important, especially for like jackets. I've noticed sometimes there will be tears inside the jacket, and because the people, they literally don't care about it, they don't check and you purchase it and then you get home and you realize, oh, there's a hole inside my jacket. So always check like the inside, especially for the jacket. I would say like check the pockets to make sure there are no holes in the pockets. Also with trousers, you could actually find trousers with like holes in the pockets. I don't know how that works, but it's a possibility. With dresses, of course, I would say check the straps. That's very important, because sometimes the straps get like really weak and you don't know. You get home, you try it on and the straps break. So those are like the little things. I would check inside, of course, for the material and things like that, but it's not really needed. For the trousers, also like look at the bottom, like under, like on that side to see. Like for the coats, check the buttons. I don't buy a lot of shoes, but always like check that the shoes are in the best condition. Try to like bend them a bit. Also check under the shoes and little things like that to make sure you do not regret buying them. I have bought like items and I got home and I realized that I should have looked at it like clearer when I was in the charity shop. I understand when you find something and you're so happy, you don't want to take your time to look. But I would recommend you do that. Most of the time, if there's like a flaw on the item, you could actually get the employee working there to reduce the price for you. Sometimes you get like very, very like bitter ones who would literally tell you like they don't care, or who would take the items and tell you, oh, we're not selling it anymore since it has a flaw. So it's really like 50-50 when it comes to that. The next point, which I believe is the fifth point, is to always ask yourself like hard questions. The first question, will it fit? That is the most important one. Do not take something because you're thinking it might fit. That's why it's always good to try on in charity shops or thrift stores. I personally don't like trying on, so I make sure it's my size before I walk out, because I don't like coming back and asking for refunds or exchanges. And another important question you need to ask yourself is whether or not you believe you will actually wear it. You know, it's one thing to see something and think, oh my god, it looks so nice, I should be wearing it, when deep down you know that although you should be wearing it because maybe it's trendy, or like you think it would look nice on person A, you think also like it could look nice on you. At the end of the day, you have to realize going to the thrift store is an adventure, and it's an opportunity for you to know more about yourself. Because since those things are secondhand, and every time you go to a different thrift store, you're gonna find something different and new, and which you had not actually planned for. Most of the times though, people do like planning for what they want to buy before going to the charity shop. Whatever it is that pulls you in, once you're in the charity shop or thrift store, really like take your time to ask yourself if that's something you would really wear, if that's something you like. And you know, the reason why we love the whole term pre-loved is because we're giving those clothes a new life, and you know, a new purpose in life. So yeah guys, I hope those tips helped you. Hope to see you in the next video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. If you made it here, I love you. If you didn't, it's fine, I love you still. Bye, Miss Amor. Love you.